Hello and welcome back to Exploration Place. I'm Daniel, and we are going to be doing a little behind the scenes here with Kansas in Miniature, our fantastic train exhibit. Now, before we get to that, we are reopening and we are so excited to have you back here in the building with us. Now, when you get here, we're going to look a little different. We might have our masks on, but that is mainly just for your protection as we go on. But for today, since we're still closed, I'm going to leave my mask off. Now, we're reopening to our members on July 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. You'll be able to come and check us out, see all the new things, and all your old favorites are still here. Then on July 4th, we'll be open to the general public. Our regular hours, 10 to 5 on Saturday, July 4th. We're looking forward to having everybody back in the building, and we're looking forward to seeing everyone again and showing off some of the changes that we've made. Now, coming up before that, tomorrow we have EP21 Bingo Blitz. It's a virtual bingo game and it's available to anybody who wants to play. Check it out on our social media, check it out on our website. Get to Bingo Blitz, and all it is a donation. Anything you want to give us, and you can be a part of this fantastic bingo game happening tomorrow night from 6 until 9. We're going to have several rounds of bingo with prizes and lots of funds. Plus, we'll have our partners from Exclusive coming out to show you how to make a few special drinks, and we'll even be doing some science demos between games. So we're looking forward to that happening tomorrow night, Friday, from 6 to 9. Now, while we've been closed, our technicians have been getting a lot of work done. One of the big projects they've been working on was a rehab of Kansas in Miniature. We're gonna go in and take a look at what happened so far. So as we go in, we've got some of the behind the scenes you may have never seen before. We've got some doors on, extra lights on, and everything's kind of in motion. We just don't have the sound turned on so you can hear me a little better. But one of the things that we found is everything was in pretty good working shape, but just needed a little rehab. So we drained all of the water out of the rivers and ponds, and we were able to seal it up so there's now no more leaks. And when we put the water back in, the water down that river actually flows. We've got the lily pond that's over by the carnival is actually gonna have water in it, pumping again. So you're gonna see some of that back up and moving as it was or has been all along. There's just not gonna be behind the scenes leaks. Right here in front of me, this is one of the best projects going on. This is the carousel. And the carousel's top has been taken off, and you can see all of these tiny little leads. Our technicians have gone in and they've actually repaired all of these connections and resoldered everything back in place. Here you can see one of the rods that is unsoldered. It'll be soldered back into its position here soon. They've had to redo this entire thing. They've had to redo the lighting so that it's all gonna be back to almost brand new shape when we reopen in just a couple of weeks. So we're really excited for everybody to be able to come back and see some of the work that our folks have been working on. Now, one of the things that we do here in Kansas in Miniature is all of this is done by hand. Originally, there's a large group of folks that came in to put this all together. And if you've ever wondered, there are about 51 different animations or moving parts in the exhibit. Then there are 125 buildings, 200 period vehicles, and 1,000 people with over 3,000 trees, shrubs, and plantings. So if you look around, you can see all kinds of things. I'm not going to tell you any specifics, but there might be a couple of surprises hidden in here somewhere for you to look for, like a Bigfoot or maybe Nessie. Who knows what's hidden around inside Kansas in Miniature. One of the animations right there, we can see the little girl swinging from the tree on a swing. And these telephone poles have actual wire or cable. You might be able to see those with my finger there behind them. But that's the level of detail that we have in Kansas in Miniature. And you can see it's fall right now. The trees are changing colors. The pumpkins are out. There's all kinds of great things in here. Here's the frog pond with the lily pad. Which you can see right there, that'll have actual running water in it when we reopen. And then this hole that you see right here, this hole is actually where the carousel goes. So when the carousel is done being rehabbed, it goes right back there, it fills in that hole. Now underneath the table, you can actually, there's crawl space under the entire table for our technicians to be able to access all of these different areas. Because if we have to work out there in the middle, we don't want to walk all over it. So they access it from panels that come out in between. It's a really, really cool process. It's been kind of fun to watch the progress as we went along throughout this entire period of being closed. To be able to see different things be worked on. Some things were repainted. They did some 3D printing to replace some parts on the steeple of the church. Trying to think of some of the other things I know they were working on, but really they've touched a lot of different parts of Kansas in Miniature just to get it back to its prime. It had been about 9 years since the last time Kansas in Miniature had been overhauled in our 20-year existence. So it was time for us to take a look at some of that stuff. And now the timer's gone off, so everything's still again. And it's kind of quiet with all the sound off. And then in just a moment, the timer will come back on and everything comes back to life. Now, if you look up above, you can see all the lights. A lot of people don't pay attention to all the lights that we have in here, but all these lights are computer controlled. I'll show you those controls in just a minute. There's some robotic spotlights that move around. You can see this spotlight right up here is actually moving right now into its next position. It was focused over there a second ago, and it's going to focus over, and now it's coming down right over there, and it's going to highlight the train moving down through downtown, and it focuses on the bridge before it turns off. So all these great animations here in Kansas in Miniature are one of the things that makes this a place where people can spend 10 minutes, and I've seen some people be in here for hours trying to see all the different little things. There's people painting their porches, there's people swinging on swings, there's just all kinds of things. And then there's the trains. Everybody's favorite, watching the trains go around the tracks. We have 2 different trains that go around the track, one that's out there in the middle right now, and then this one that you're looking at right here on the outside track. This also happens to be the part of the room that has the coolest echoes. All this space in here and all these walls, you get a great echo in the room. Every once in a while, I'll catch staff members singing. You might not be able to hear it, but when you come in here, make sure you try it out, see if you can hear the echo that I'm talking about. Now, like I said, there's a behind the scenes to even that, and that's our tech room where we run our sound and video and lighting from. It's right across the hall from Kansas in Miniature. This gives you an idea of how some of those things actually work. When you look underneath, there will be all kinds of gears and hydraulics that move things. When you come back, this will be turned on. You'll be able to see our different people. The guy up on the roof actually hammers with his hammer, and you can see the little wire coming out of the roof. That drives his arm, which makes the hammer go up and down. Really, really cool how this all works. But all of this is driven from our room across the hall. We're gonna poke our heads in here, and I will show you. All right, so up here, depending on what kind of turf you need, what kind of grass you want. Do you want blended? Do you want static grass flock? Do you need fine turf, blended turf, coarse, fine, green grass, dark, coarse grass, all these different types. And then the next shelf down, you look at all these great different trains. You might recognize this train right here. This is one of the cars from our Christmas setup. When we set up for Christmas, and it's Christmas time in Chem, we've got this fantastic one. We've also got the North Pole Express over here, right here. That's one of the engines that we use for Christmas time. And then we of course have some static track, leftover track, or track that's extra for when a segment goes out, all the replacement parts. Often you'll come in, well you won't, but often I'll come in here and one of our technicians is working on a different part of the train. So this train's under rehab right now. This engine is actually under work. But it's just fantastic to see some of these cool behind the scenes parts. Over here, this is where all the lighting gets run from. This is the lighting board. This computer here actually controls sound. And this computer up here ties all the animations together to make everything work in harmony so that it all looks like one big show. Now, you know something else that's pretty crazy around here? That's camp. We have so much fun. Our camps are going crazy this summer. We've got some fantastic things going on. We have Camp in a Box. And Camp in a Box is basically one of those things where we get a chance to send all of the hands-on activities to you at home. Then you check in with us with a Zoom call in the morning, a lunch and learn with an expert at the lunchtime, 12:30, and then in the afternoon a check in to see what everybody did at home working on their hands-on projects. We have lots of great camps coming up. Next week there's going to be Adventures in Space. We have some phenomenal, out of this world Lunch and Learn speakers next week. Plus, one of the greatest people on earth is going to be helping run that camp, Miss Victoria, and me. I'll be helping out a little bit with that one because space is one of my passions. Now, some of the other camps coming up, we have a superhero camp, we have a Minecraft camp, there's a camp out there, there's an origami camp, so there's all kinds of different camps that you can sign up for. Check it out at our website, exploration.org, and look for the Camp in a Box. There's all the different camps left, you can sign up for them. If you can't come by and pick up your box, we'll mail the box to you. It's a fantastic program, kids are loving it, and we're having a lot of fun. But remember, just a couple of weeks, and we're going to be open. We'll see you back here in the building. It's time for me to go back and get some work done, so I'm going to put my mask back on since I have to be around some other people. But I hope you have a great day. We can't wait to see you. Don't forget to check out Bingo tomorrow night, and we'll see you in just a couple weeks. Thanks.